Hello and welcome back to another episode of LMS Cast. I'm joined by a special guest, another Chris. His name is Chris Lassiter. He's from learnainow.ai. He's built an incredible learning platform that teaches AI. He's had quite the journey as a WordPress professional, as an AI practitioner, and he's here to help people learn AI. I'm really excited to get into your story, Chris. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for having me.
Tell us a little bit. Well, let's start with the platform now. What is Learn AI Now? Why'd you build it? What is it?
Thank you. So, Learning Now is a platform to where people can come to use the tools that Lifter LMS has created to create their own courses and to have a safe platform for learning. So if you kind of compare us to like other tools, like for example, Udemy, where you can go there and you can like post your courses and sell them. It's kind of similar, but it's more narrowed down in a place to where people can come and not only create their courses, but use the tools that we've given them to create their courses. And we also have a social media aspect where they can join groups, have Zoom calls, and be able to just create a community and have one-on-one time with me to be able to help them create tools to be able to teach other people whatever that they want to create. So it's going to be a great opportunity for them.
That's awesome. So multi-instructor course platform around the AI topic. Tell us about your journey into AI. How did you become obsessed like myself and many other people out there with AI?
Well, so for me, I'm not a coder, and I've been working in WordPress for about 15 years now. I've read the books about HTML, PHP. I can kind of look at it and go, okay, this is what I need. These are the questions I need to ask. But when AI came out, and it just opened up so many opportunities for me, and just to be able to sit there and be able to type out your thoughts and be able to use a tool that can help generate those thoughts and make them happen. It's just been fantastic. And throughout my career, I've been wanting to help people all the time, and be able to have a tool here that can allow me to help people is one of the main reasons why I built Learn AI Now, is because helping people is something I'm really passionate about. And using AI tools to be able to get my thoughts out there to help people has been the driving force.
That's awesome. You sound a lot like me. I'm 15, 16 years in WordPress, but I'm not a coder. Um, Tell us about the origin of the getting into WordPress, because that's quite a while ago.
Yeah, so about 15 years ago, I created a business at the time. It was called HintServe. And basically, I created a website in WordPress for my first time to be able to offer gaming servers for people for Counter-Strike. And so I had a business for about 3 years. And then someone approached me and asked if they could purchase the company. And at that time, I was in transitioning for my job, and so I was like, "Oh, yeah, sure." I don't have the time, and so I was able to, use that opportunity, working with clients, and I was like, this is really exciting. So fast forward about, I'd say about 8 years, I decided to open up my own web design company. Finding out web design is a lot different from coding, and so I started using tools designing in WordPress, and it became a very successful company, and I ran it for about 3 years. And I decided to, at that time I was moving overseas to Japan, and I wasn't going to be able to support all the clients that I had. So I reached out to some very successful companies out there, and I sold all my clients out to them, so they'd be able to successfully continue running their websites. And I put that company on pause. And fast forward now, here we are in 2023, and I decided to relaunch my LLC, which is Fast Web Creations LLC. And with that, Learn AI Now falls under that. And here I am building Learn AI Now, which falls under my web development company. So I'm really excited to be back in WordPress again.
That's awesome. That's quite the journey. Tell us about the decision to use Lifter LMS. How did you select Lifter LMS for Learn AI Now and building this course marketplace? What factors went into play to kind of select your tech stack?
So I looked at a lot of tools that were available for LMSs. And one of the main reasons why I was able to lean toward Lifter, is because there's a company that I work for part time, and they were using LearnDash, and then they switched to Lifter LMS because a lot of the add-ons that you guys have was able to allow them to give opportunities to their customers that other LMSs don't have. And being able to bundle those add-ons the way that you guys do it was able to allow the company to save money and be able to build that relationship with their customers. And so I noticed that Lifter LMS, I believe, cares more about their customers than they do about making that penny. And so that was one of the things that was the most positive turn on for me, was seeing that you guys truly care about your customer base, and then that the technical support that I need was there. So working with the company and seeing some of the struggles that they may have in some areas, because not every LMS is perfect. Um, but being able to back that up with the support and with the add-ons that Lifter had, I was able to decide to, like, hey, that's the company I wanted to go with, because when you go to spend monthly, yearly payments with a company, I wanted to be able to go with someone that I knew that I would trust, and the product that Lifter LMS has put out there really gives me that trust, and the people that work for the company. And so that's one of the main reasons why I decided to go with Lifter.
I appreciate that. Thanks for saying that. Are there any specific features in Lifter that you really like?
Yeah, so the groups feature is really pretty fantastic, especially since the company that I work for, um, the way they use it is it's a they teach dental companies their front offices on how to run their admin offices. And so what that allows them to do is, for example, a doctor office will come in, the doctor will buy a subscription, a yearly subscription with them, and they'll get access to a group. And so, for example, they'll get 21 seats in the group, and they'll be able to bring in um, their admin offices, their personnel in there, and be able to learn how to run an admin office for dental companies. And they'll be able to get 21 seats in there. And so what I was able to do is create, with the power of AI, is be able to, when the doctor office signs up, it auto creates the group for them and gives them the seats that they need. And so they can go ahead and start right away without someone coming on the back end, creating the group for them, give them the seats that they need. It automatically does that. It sends the email out, and so they're able to start right away and start learning within the platform. So LMS Group was one of the biggest driving points for me.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm infinitely fascinated, and I do this too as a non-coder. I use AI to help me. Like, I had to do a landing page the other day in this like old school HTML editor thing, and I was like, I'm just gonna make it over here, and I asked AI to format the HTML and do all the stuff, and it was like 5 seconds done. Tell me about your journey to using AI for coding. Like, what's your approach? And if somebody else who maybe could expand their skill set by just leaning in a little bit, that maybe they can code with some AI help, what would you say to them?
I would say that you don't have to know coding to use AI. Now, over the last 15 years that I've used WordPress, like I said, I've been able to like recognize like keywords, especially with PHP, which is the main coding system that is used. But being able to go into AI and go, hey, for example, I'll use Lifter as an example. So you guys have a way to where instructors can create courses, and then they can assign an assistant instructor. And so what I was able to do was, with some help from some Lifter LMS tech support, and you guys, the fact that you guys are an open source software, I was able to take the code that you guys use to create the instructor role and the assistant instructor role. I copied that code, put it into the AI, and I told them what my idea was. And what it was is, when you log in, it right now, Lifter LMS allows instructors to create courses and those assistant instructors to create those courses. But you can still see the way that I run my software, you can still see other instructors' courses. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to restrict that. So you can only see the courses that the instructor made and that the assistant instructor made. And so I said, since WordPress is created by post, I was like, I want to restrict the posts that instructors and assistant instructors create, so only they can see their own post. And what that did was, is now when an instructor logs in, they no longer see in the back end those posts that other instructors have made. They only see their post and the posts that assistant instructors make. And then also I restricted the media. So when you go to upload, you don't see anybody else's media that's uploaded. And so it's able to lock that down and be able to create an environment to where I can have as many instructors as I want. They can only see their courses on the back end, and then the assistant instructors that are assigned to them can only see those courses also. And so that's what AI has been able to help me create, and it's been pretty fantastic.
Wow, that's really amazing. And you did something with your dashboard recently. What'd you do with it? You
Oh yes.
yeah.
Oh no, so yeah, that's been pretty fantastic. So if you go to Lifter LMS's Facebook page, there's a video example of, um, I was able to use a front end admin plugin, and what it does is it takes the link of anything in WP admin and it displays it on any page that you want using a shortcode. And then you can use that plugin and be able to remove items from what's displayed in an iframe. And I've been able to basically create a dashboard, so, and restrict the WP admin backend. So when an instructor comes in, they can click at the top, click instructor dashboard, which that link can only be seen if you have the instructor or assistant instructor role. So not everyone can see that link, and then, or access that link. And then when you go to that link, it displays whatever was in the WP admin backend on the front end. And so they can click on create courses, reporting. They can click on media and upload media and download media, and it keeps everyone out of the back end. And so it creates an easy tool, and it works really good on the phone too.
That's pretty amazing you figured all that out. That's really awesome. Front end course creation and all the rest of that. Let's talk about Buddy Boss a little bit. You use Buddy Boss and you've created an app with Lifter LMS and Buddy Boss. Tell us about first why Buddy Boss, and then tell us about the app.
So one of the main reasons why I wanted to use Buddy Boss is because I wanted to create a safe social media platform, kind of like Facebook. But a lot of people, they just don't like to use Facebook, or they're restricted and they can't use it because of their job. So I wanted to create a social media aspect to where they could come to my website, sign up to create courses, and be able to have groups, um, for example, like Lifter LMS, they have a social media aspect, within Lifter, but Buddy Boss was able to expand on top of that, and they have an app for the iPhone and Android that they already have created, and if you sign up for, they have do it yourself, or they can actually assist you with the app and get it approved inside of Apple and Android. And this app allows people to access their courses, and be able to access their dashboard and everything within the app. What's really cool is, even though Buddy Boss has been specifically made to be primarily used for LearnDash, you can still use other LMSs within the app. And today I've been able to show you on how that works. If you don't mind, I will go ahead and load it up for you and show you how it works. And
Yeah, let's check it out.
It's been pretty fantastic. So just give me 1 second here. I'm gonna go ahead and launch this real quick.
And as you're loading that, I'll say, we do get a lot of requests for Lifter LMS Buddy Boss app, but Buddy Boss hasn't added that yet. So I'm really keen to learn from you how you did that and what the output is.
Yeah, so they have a thing called, I believe it's called web callbacks. And so what I've been able to do is, so you see here, can you see the app?
We can. I'm going to make your screen a little bigger here. And if you're listening to this on the podcast, just head on over to the Lifter LMS YouTube channel and look for Chris Lassiter, and you'll see what we're talking about here.
So, when you first log into the Buddy Boss app, you can configure the bottom menu to show what you want, basically. So like the group itself, this right here is, you can have as many groups as you want, and you can be able to see what other people are talking about, send them messages and so forth. But what's really cool about the app is I put the course catalog here on the front. And as you can see, it goes outside of the app. And basically it connects directly to my WordPress Lifter LMS. And so here you can be able to access your courses. And I'm going to show you what's really cool about this. So right now, this is a course explaining on how to use the AI tools on learnainow.ai. And if you go into, for example, like the second lesson plan, and you go into the second lab here, this is a course that I've created for teachers to show them on how to use AI in creating a lesson plan. So for example, if you go here and you type in, let's say they want to do like a lesson plan on the first U.S. President, okay? Let's say for 5th grade. And then just hit generate. I'm able to use my AI tools in there, and it sets them up with a lesson plan for 5th grade. And there's just so many more AI tools that I can generate in here. But this one I specifically made. So when they write this, it will give them everything that they need to create a successful lesson plan. And then let's see what else they can do here. So you can go back and go through like more of the courses. You can see the quizzes, the labs, and then we also have like the forms within Buddy Boss. And then here's something really cool. You're talking about the dashboard. So if I go here and go into, for example, the dashboard right here, this is the right here. You have access to Lifter LMS and to the dashboard. This right here is the actual dashboard for Lifter LMS. But when you go here, since it's a callback, it actually goes to my actual website. I can pull up the website here. I can bring up my instructor dashboard, and this is the dashboard that was created using the front end admin plugin. So right here, you'll see like the admin tool that pops up since I'm admin, what have you. But you have courses, you have lessons, media, reporting. And so let's see here. Let's see how this works. If I go to add a course, it works a lot better, obviously, when you're on desktop. But as you can see here, you can see that it launches, and then I can load the course builder with inside here, and then you can add the elements and so forth, and start building your course. You obviously don't want to do it on your phone, but it's really cool that you can actually access that. So like, for example, let's say you're on your phone and you wanted to like really quick, like log into the media, like you could like upload and so forth like that. So it's really cool. And just the fact that, people can go in here and, view their courses while they're online, and be able to access private groups, public groups, forums. It's like really fantastic. I got my awesome, all my awesome icons and stuff. So let me switch back to you real quick.
Nice. I'm really blown away. That's like one of the most advanced app implementations I've ever seen of Lifter. What advice do you have for people that want to go down the app, like a companion app to go with the WordPress LMS website? Like, how do they kind of get into that?
So I would recommend, when you go to use Buddy Boss, I would definitely go with their services to assist you in setting up the app. They do give you a lot of good tools to try to do it yourself. But if you're not a web app developer, it's a very long process and very tedious. And being able to use their excellent customer support that they have, they can help you every step of the way with tutorials on the process that you need to do. And since I went with their help, they help you create all the app photos, the pictures, everything that you saw in there. Like when it first logged in, you saw the picture of the login. They created all that for me.
Nice.
And so what they do is they'll send it to you, and then you upload it into the Apple Store or the Google Store. And then once you're ready, you hit the publishing service, and they will upload it to the Apple Store and the Google Store. And then anything that they come back and say, hey, it's not ready yet, this is what you need to do to fix it, they'll explain to you on how to fix that. And then once the app is ready, it launches. After that, it's fantastic, because once you meet the requirements for both the stores, you have your app launched. Whenever there's updates to the app, it will automatically update it. What's really cool is, unless you change like the actual icon or the name of the app, it doesn't make the person who downloaded it on the phone, it doesn't make them re-download the app every time. It just automatically updates it because it's connected directly to your WordPress website.
That's
And
pretty
so
cool.
I can make any changes within the app, like the menu options, make changes to the courses, anything like that, and it will automatically update on the app. So it's really fantastic. And you get some push notifications so you can keep your people aware of what's going on, send private messages. It's really fantastic.
You kind of just answered my next question, but what are the main reasons to build a companion app to go with the website version of the LMS? You mentioned push notifications, private messaging. I imagine you're in the workflow of people that are more used to apps than websites. But what else?
Mm-hmm. So actually, it's kind of funny that you bring that up, because in your guys' last LMS cast, Kurt and Will were actually talking about that, and I saw that they actually brought me up as an example in that, so it was pretty cool. And do you need an app to successfully have a LMS program? No, you don't. As a matter of fact, you should actually take a look at the use cases and see if that's something that you need. And the reason why I wanted to do it is because with this generation of people that you have, they want something that they can access quickly. And
Mhm.
a lot of people have phones. And so, people want to be able to access sometimes their courses offline. Now, you can't do that with Lifter LMS and with the BuddyBoss app, but why would you want to do that? And so I wanted to be able to create a tool to where people can access their courses online right away, be able to communicate within private groups, and be able to do that on your phone at any time that you want is pretty fantastic. Another feature that's going to be coming out hopefully in the next 6 to 12 months is right now on the website for groups within BuddyBoss, you can actually create um, with the Zoom API, those private groups can create private conversations using your API with Zoom. Well, I know that BuddyBoss is currently building it, so eventually you can be able to access those Zoom meetings within the app. I know it's not going to be released anytime soon, but
Yeah.
being able to have a Zoom meeting on the go within your private group, within the app will be a pretty fantastic tool. And so just going along with them and all those future updates and all the future updates from Lifter, it's just fantastic.
Can you tell us about any other like tech tools that you find are like part of the essential stack? For example, what kind of hosting do you use? What do you use for email marketing? Any essential other plugins that you would put on any LMS website? Are you logging into the back end right now?
I am logging in the back end right now. Um, so for me, Lifter LMS has so the company that I work for that uses Lifter LMS, they use Lifter LMS's own payment gateway and ordering system. But what I've been able to do is use SureCart with Sure members and Sure triggers. And so what I'm able to do is being able to control how I use my coupons and how people access certain parts of the website with Sure members. And then with Sure triggers, it automatically triggers, like, for example, when someone comes in and orders a membership, it will trigger that membership to activate. And so that is something that I think people should definitely take a look at, is if you want to have more advanced features to be able to control coupons and just the way that when purchases are made. You can use other e-commerces, like you can use SureCart, you can use WooCommerce, and so that's one of the things that I went down. Another plugin that is really great is something called Better Docs. Whenever you have an LMS software, you want to be able to have a knowledge base on the back end. And being able to have people to use a knowledge base to be able to figure out, how do I create this course? You can Better Docs is what I use, and right now I'm currently creating a knowledge base based off Lifter LMS's knowledge base and all my other plugins knowledge bases, and the way that I've implemented it on my website to be able to create a place where they can just go on the website and be able to ask questions on how to create courses. So that's a fantastic one to have. Another plugin tool that I think is very important to have is a tool that backs up your website. So all-in-one WP migration is great. You can be able to go back and forth between a staging website and a active production website. If you have an LMS website, it's very important to have a staging website. So when Lifter comes out with new tools or you have new plugins, you can back up your website to that staging website and be able to edit and create whatever you need to. So if something breaks, or if something doesn't work with Lifter or with another plugin, you can be able to talk to Lifter's outstanding tech support and be able to figure out how to fix that. And then once you're ready to go, you can bring that to live production. So that's definitely something that you should have. And I would say one of the last ones, last two plugins I like to talk about is Presto Player, which is also created by the company who created SureCart. It basically allows me to upload my videos. I use bunny.net to upload my videos. I don't upload them to YouTube because bunny.net is a CDN, and so it allows me to stream my videos through Presto Player on my website, and it gives them seamless integration. And there's no like buffering. It's just fantastic. And then the last thing that I use is it's a free tool. It's just WP Mail SMTP. I connect it to my Google business email, and that's how I send emails out to all my clients, and it just integrates it with WordPress seamlessly. So those some of the great tools that I use.
That's awesome, Chris. I have to ask, because you're like a power user of WordPress, Lifter LMS, and other technology. What's your approach to learning? Because it seems like every time you hit a challenge, you just break through it. And you also keep leveling up your skills over the months and years. How do you approach your technology learning?
So one of the biggest thing is not giving up, and being able to ask the question and join the Lifter LMS groups on Facebook. There's also a developer channel in Slack that Lifter has. Joining other private Facebook groups within WordPress, and just being able to reach out to other in the communities who also want, who loves LMSs and WordPress plugins and just all that. It's staying connected with other people and asking the question. You just can't take a failure and it's just I failed and just walk away from it. You have to stay positive. You have to communicate, and you have to connect. If I didn't connect with people, with Will and Kurt, and you have Nick who does awesome tech support for you guys, being able to communicate with them and say, hey, I've used AI to create this. It doesn't. Sometimes AI is not perfect. It's not going to give you all the answers, but it's going to get you to the right place, to the right person, who is the expert and who will be able to communicate with you, and you can learn from them. They can learn from you. And so connection. You have to communicate. You have to connect. You have to be out there in the social media and just, paying attention to when stuff comes out and learning from people and just staying positive. Staying positive and connecting with people is how you're going to succeed.
That's awesome. I love that advice. I think it's always important to remember that there's a bunch of humans behind the internet, and sometimes you just got to engage with them and reach out and choose the companies that value that sort of thing. What's your vision for Learn AI Now.ai? Like where do you want to end up?
So long term, I would like to not only have Learn AI as an individual membership. I would also like to be able to set it up for like private school districts and even big picture like public school districts, and be able to allow teachers to be able to come and create online courses for their students, but also at the same time have districts send teachers to my website, and not just teachers, also companies send companies to my website to be able to learn on how to use AI tools, because I'm not specifically building it just for teachers. That's just I guess you can say my focus right now, but I'm also creating it so people or companies can send people to my website and be able to learn what are the AI tools that are available to be able to help their company succeed. Because that's the whole purpose of Learn AI Now, is to help not only companies, teachers, just anyone out there who want to learn how to use AI tools to just succeed in life and succeed in their companies. So bigger picture, be able to get corporates to come in and use Learn AI Now to help their personnel to learn how to be successful with AI tools.
That's awesome. It reminds me of a slogan I borrowed from another Lifter LMS user. their mission, our mission is to accelerate yours, is like the slogan. And I like that you're sending out like a ripple of innovation and helping people help people who would then help more people. It's what makes this, this what keeps me motivated and passionate in this space. Do you have a short list of AI tools that you like? I mean, I think everybody watching or listening has heard of ChatGPT and perhaps uses it some. You've got some AI tooling on your app or on your website. What AI tools should people check out that you're a fan of? That's probably a loaded question. You might have a lot. So
yeah, so there are a ton of AI tools, man. And there's so many good ones out there. Yeah. Okay. So there's a really fantastic AI tool out there called AI Engine by Meow, like MEOW. If you just search AI Engine by MEIOW, it's a WordPress plugin that you can use on your website and help integrate ChatGPT into your website. That's a fantastic WordPress plugin. They have a free version. I've worked with the developer with that tool, and so that's a fantastic tool to use. A really great AI tool, matter of fact, is with a big company. So Adobe has integrated AI into a lot of their software. So I've been able to utilize Photoshop and be able to take pictures and use the AI tool to, for example, like expand on top of a picture. And so, like, for example, like if you have a picture that's really small, but you want to make it bigger, you can use the AI tool within Adobe to like select like the edge of your picture and just generate an expanse, and it will use AI to generate the picture, and be able to basically just expand it. So it's fantastic. So Adobe has integrated AI there. There's just so many out there. Yeah, there's a loaded question, but AI is in everything that you use, but Adobe has done a fantastic job integrating AI into their software.
if we go back to the beginning and somebody's watching or listening to this and they're, inspired and they want to create an online course marketplace and a platform like this, what would you say are the first steps to ease into the project?
I would say do your research, find out what tools that you want to use. Every LMS has different tools, and being able to know what tools are available and the use case from is very important. Figure out what you want to use and how you want to use it. And then the second part of it, and I think is the biggest part, is what type of community do they have, private and public. um, Lifter LMS has a fantastic public community, and being able to join those communities and be able to have the people that back it up is very important. And that goes into the third part. Are there real people behind that LMS? So, there are other LMSs out there that may have fantastic tools that Lifter does not have available yet, but the people that back it up aren't there. That you don't know who the real people are. And I think being able to have a face and a name, and knowing that you can easily access that support and just that community is something that you just can't put a price on. And so being able to know that there's a community there is probably like the third biggest thing. And being able to have that community, having the tools, knowing how to use it, having a knowledge base on that LMS to be able to help you when you're in a situation is what I wish I would have known in the beginning to help me get to where I am now, because it's taken me a while to get where I am now. But if I'd have known all that from the beginning, then I think I would have made it. I would have been able to get to where I am quicker. And so that's one reason why I'm just happy to be here with Lifter, is because we have that community. I have you. You're always putting out videos with Will and Kurt, and it just keeps me motivated and keeps me creating my tools with Lifter. So I've been pretty happy with it.
Awesome. Well, Chris, thanks for coming on the show, and thank you for being an inspiring example of what I call an education entrepreneur. You're doing amazing things. I appreciate you being a power user and really staying with any challenge and just keeping making progress on your vision. Do you have any final words for the people before we sign off today?
Stay motivated, stay connected, and don't give up. And when you get a chance, come visit learnainow.ai, and hopefully we'll have tools for you to help you succeed in creating your LMS courses.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on the show, Chris. Go to learnainow.ai, and I hope you and everybody listening has a great rest of your day. Take care.